Sonnets from the River Duddon, Afterthought by William Wordsworth, 1770 to 1850. I thought of thee, my partner and my guide, as being passed away, vain sympathies. For backward Duddon, as I cast my eyes, I see what was and is and will abide. Still glides the stream, and shall for ever glide. The form remains, the function never dies. While we, the brave, the mighty, and the wise, we men, who in our morn of youth defied the elements, must vanish. Be it so. Enough if something from our hands have power to live and act and serve the future hour, as if as toward the silent tomb we go, through love, through hope and faith's transcendent dower, we feel that we are greater than we know. Okay, this is a sonnet by William Shakespeare. This is written towards the end of his life. Let's see, Wordsworth is the great British English romantic poet, and he was born in Cumberland. Now the River Duddon is in Cumberland. So what's this poem about? Okay, this poem is about nature and death, and I think these are two very popular themes with Wordsworth. These themes are very common for him. He's using nature to show that humanity has a limited existence, and natural phenomena like rivers are something that are immortal, that they last forever. And the Wordsworth is thinking about the river as it goes from its source to the sea, and he's thinking about how important it is to live well while you are alive. And I think maybe the water going down the river is another analogy of life. So let's see. I thought of thee, my partner and my guide, as being passed away, vain sympathies. So somebody who he considered his partner, his guide, a friend, notice the capital T in thee, is dead. He's thinking about somebody who's dead. Vain sympathies. It's not worth being sympathetic, because there's nothing that can be done to change this, and this person wouldn't hear him anyway. For backward Duddon, as I cast my eyes, I see what was and is and will abide. So he looks back along the River Duddon. He's walking down the River Duddon, and he looks and he sees what was, the past, what is now, and what will abide, what will be in the future. So he's looking at the river, and the river clearly is here forever. But our lives, they flow down the river to the sea and are gone. Still glides the stream, and shall forever glide. So this river is something that this River Duddon is something that will exist forever. It will flow to the sea. Yeah, and it's like a metaphor for life will always exist, but life is temporary. The form remains, the function never dies. So the river isn't going to die in the future. It does what is required of it. It does its function, but it remains, it continues. And this is not true for mankind. The river remains, but the water flows down and is gone. So we are the water in the river, but the river itself is something permanent. Yeah, and humans lose their function, whereas the river, it doesn't. While we, the brave, the mighty, and the wise, we men, who in our morn of youth defied the elements, must vanish. So we, the humans, we can't live forever. Death, disappearing, is something that that happens to all of us. We can't exist. Now, this phrase, we men, who in our while we the brave, the mighty, and the wise, this actually comes from a Greek poet, Moschus, it from the Lament for Bion. But this is saying that the Greek poet contrasts death with the yearly growth of vegetation. In spring everything grows, but man has just one life, and so we who, when we were young, we fought against the elements, and maybe we even beat the elements when we were young for a short time. But this is something that will vanish. This is something that we cannot change. Enough if something from our hands have power to live and act and serve the future hour. It's enough if during our lives we can make something, we can act, we can do something that will help the future. If we can give back something to humanity, that itself is a great thing. As toward the silent tomb we go, through love, through hope, and faith's transcendent dower, we feel that we are greater than we know. So we can serve the future, and this will make us feel that we are more than we can understand. And this is perhaps by acting as good people in this world, humanity can come closer to God, that we can be elevated. Okay, so Sonnets from the River Duddon, Afterthought by William Wordsworth.